It's Dragon Ball time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta with the blue hair, but also with the red hair. So you're getting both God versions in one packaging. So that's very much appreciated because all the re-releases just with different hats is pretty annoying. But that, you know, this one is actually re-released, so we're not out of the clear of that. But still, let's see what this Vegeta brings to the table. So before I get even into this review, I'm gonna answer the question that's probably on a lot of people's mind. Is this a repaint? And the answer is yes. Here's the previous Vegeta release with the yellow hair, the one that I like to call Super Vegeta. They really introduced the big shoulders, and it's kind of weird that he also has the big shoulders because Super Vegeta was a little bit more muscular, but whatever. Overall, yeah, muscle work is the same, chest plate, it's basically the same. It looks a little bit bigger maybe. But really, if there's any change, it's just minimal other than the paint. Yeah, this is basically the same figure. So, still gonna have a look at this figure by itself and give you the scoop of everything that's going on, because the other Vegeta was a while ago. 15 centimeters to the top of his hair, which means he stands up to a little over 6 inches tall. Well, look in detail. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. You might notice it on the voice. Spend too much time next to the AC. Well, yeah, that's what happens. Hot outside as hell, and then you get inside with the AC, and yeah. Anyway, face sculpt, you got a little bit more of a longer nose for Vegeta, and it looks good. I like that they did like the current thing they're doing with the eyes. It's kind of like a light brownish, well, not dark brownish thing going around the eyes, and then you have a line under the eyes, and same thing with the mouth. It's not as thick like with the previous one. You know, you had like the black lines. Then we got the entire hair sculpt is in nice blue metallic. That's one thing that's different from these Vegetas, the hair sculpt, because Super Vegeta has like a little bit longer hair. One more time, but I think that's the last time we have Super Vegeta in here, I hope. But yeah, hair is super nicely molded. I love the look of it, and I love the metallic on it. Chest armor, which has the paint job of the Broly movie, basically, which I'm not the biggest fan of it, but as far as figures goes, sure, that looks better than just a plain white armor. And it still doesn't have any shading. We don't have any shading on this figure. That's what Super Vegeta had. But I'm not gonna bring him back in. He's gone, alright? We're not gonna talk about him anymore. We're gonna talk about this Vegeta now. Then also, is it just me, or do we have a little bit of a color differentiation between the upper torso and the lower torso? That just looks weird. Also the shoulders. The paint, however, is done pretty cleanly. We have a tiny bit of like where they missed the spot over here. A little bit too much white, but that's really small issues, which I'm willing to forgive. Well, you also have one over there. And like I'm saying, it's not the worst thing in the world. And then we got just the smallest bit of paint bleeding on the gloves is really just like the upper part. So once again, not an issue, but it's there anyway. And then we go to the muscly legs and down to the boots, where there's really not much more going on, except for the tips. My camera's freaking out a bit, I don't know what's going on. So the hat is on a ball hinge, goes forward, back, and this one is super loose. It's already annoying me. Does tilt side to side and does go all the way around. Then we got some more neck articulation that also wiggles around. Doesn't have the most range, but it is there, so it can enhance the movement a little bit. Then you got a big hinge in the big shoulder and a ball joint in the chest area, so you can rotate that around, excuse me, to make this better. And goes back and forth, up and down. And then you got a bicep swivel, you got the double hinged elbow, and the fist is on another ball hinge. It's a flat ball hinge this time around. Let's see. Where is it? How is it aligned? It does go back and forth, but I can't see the hinge right now. There it is. Back, forth, and all the way around. Chest area is actually very nice. You can pull this one out, and as a result you're getting some really good back and forth motion. You kind of move it to the back because there's a big hinge in there, so you can bring that back and forth. You can pull it up, and it does go side to side and has some very good rotation. As such, that's really good, but it also leaves a gap in the front, I think a little bit too early. Just annoying. With the back part, it's the exact opposite. You can pull them forward quite a bit and it won't leave a gap in the back, so I don't really know what's up with that. Also rotation, goes almost all the way around, and if you tuck it back together, it's pretty limited, but it does kind of rotate out immediately if you move it to the back and forward. So it's still overall pretty good, is what I'm saying. Then it's just packed into a ball pack for the lower torso area, for the crotch area. It does go back and forth and does rotate all the way around. The legs, this is my favorite leg joint. I keep saying that because it looks so nice, looks so clean, doesn't leave any gaps. It is kind of hindered by the outward movement, but you can rotate, this piece is floaty. You can try to rotate that up a little bit to get some more out of it. And it does go forward. This one's kind of blocked. It does go to the back, no butt hindering it, because there is no butt. So nothing for butt fans. Then we got a little bit of a swivel in the leg. Double hinge knee, and the foot is on a long double ball pack, one ball pack in the leg. Another one on the foot, so you can rotate that around. Bring it side to side. It does go forward and to the back, and it does look super wonky with this stuff sticking out, but you can hide it. And finally, you got a toe hinge, which doesn't really do much. I mean, look at the smallest amount of range on a toe hinge. So, for the accessories, we're gonna start off with the Super Saiyan Godhead with the red hair. Also with a very nice metallic paint job. I'm actually a big fan of this one. And the only problem, obviously, is that we're not having the real Vegeta body for it. Because, as you know, if you're going Super Saiyan God, the body slims down. But you still have the big beefy Vegeta, just with the red hair. So, yeah. By the way, he only has the kind of smirking face for your Super Saiyan God mode. All the other faces have the blue hair, which is kind of disappointing. Got the gritting teeth in the yelling teeth face, if they want to focus. There you go. And then for your hands, you got some grabby hands, blast hands, the thumbs up hand, posing hands, and the crossed arm accessory. I'm a big fan of that one. It's really old. I mean, I think they introduced it with Cell way back in the day, and it just, crossed arms are a cool design, and with that you can do it without having any weird gaps and the articulation. Not really being able to do that such thing. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna bring me to the final thoughts of this Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Red, Super Saiyan everything. Well, no, just Blue and Red. Anyway, final thoughts, like really, this figure's great. The paint job is very nice, the articulation is pretty good, and the accessories are what they should be. I mean, we don't have beam accessories, but SH Figuarts doesn't do beam accessories anyway. Except for way back in the day, they've forgotten. And shading, they also forgotten about that. But still, overall, this figure's pretty cool. The only thing that's really bothering me, and it's kind of making me indifferent about it, is that it's just a repaint after all this time. But it's a good one, of a good figure, so yeah. I do recommend this one if you don't already have this Vegeta, and even like if you already have him, if you like the red hair and the blue hair looks pretty nice, and the updated paint job also makes for a better looking figure, just in general, but I still prefer this one. Still, do recommend this one because it looks good, and there is nothing wrong with the figure, so go ahead and get yourself another Vegeta, or your first one, depending on who you are. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the Prince of all Saiyans wants.